Hello! Today I'm going to introduce you to what urban agriculture is in the form of a short presentation. First, I will introduce you to the subject through the history and challenges of urban agriculture. Then I will tell you about the objectives of this concept, its advantages and drawbacks. Finally, I will end by giving you my opinion and then I will end with some questions. Urban agriculture is a recent and emerging form of agricultural practice that takes place in urban areas. Both urban and peri-urban agricultural activities have always exist in cities for food supply reasons. It is with population growth that fields have gradually disappeared from the center of cities. However, smaller plots of land and gardens still occupy a large place within the cities. The short production circuits give a new impetus to this practice. For example, 1 square meter of garden can provide 20 kilograms of food per year. No history and challenges. Since the 1990s, urban agriculture has been an issue in the field of sustainable development, urban planning, and the fight against food insecurity. According to the many researchers and scientists, urban agriculture is important in order to supply the people living in cities. Indeed, more and more people live in urban areas, and about 60% of the inhabitants of emerging countries will be urban dwellers. Several definitions of urban agriculture exist, and according to the FAO definition, urban and peri-urban agriculture (UPA) is the cultivation of plants and the raising of animals in and around cities. It provides food products from various types of crops, animals, as well as non-food products, for example, aromatic and medicinal herbs, forest products, etc. The products of urban agriculture are consumed by producers or sold in urban markets. According to the FAO, there are several reasons to develop agriculture in urban cities. It is a necessary source of food to offset world population growth and urban sprawl. It is a source of employment. Cities are more welcoming and greener. It's a way to fight climate change. The, sorry, since its inception in the 1990s, urban agriculture has taken on a variety of forms that are aimed at various objectives: food production, biodiversity, technological challenges, etc. Moreover, this concept aims to respond to urban constraints such as the lack of available spaces and the pollution commonly observed in cities. This agriculture participates in the development of urban projects but also allows different productions of local economic interest. The stakes are materialized in particular by the creation of shared plots, professional market, gardening areas, collective and or individual gardens, vertical farms, terraces or roofs. The aim is for cultivated space and building to merge into urban life. This agriculture contributes to the enrichment of the city in terms of biodiversity. This form makes the public space aware of the link between the environment and its. Now, we talk about the presentations of and the goals. The main objectives of urban agriculture are of two types. The first, economic and food for the poorest countries in particular. This concept is a means of solving the problems posed by urban sprawl, the population growth of cities, but also by the management of urban populations. Secondly, social and educational, especially in industrialized countries. First, there are educational forms and places that offer adequate working conditions for people with disabilities. The objective of production exists there but is secondary. Note the advantages and drawbacks. The advantages of the concept of urban agriculture are more numerous than one might think. Here is a list of them. First, urban and proximity agriculture allows short cycle loops, reducing costs, CO2 emissions, and the need for energy and fossil carbon. For example, the food we eat travels on average more than 3,000 kilometers. Self-production for parts of needs in fruit and vegetables, for example, rapid recycling of organic waste, a tool to protect land in the face of urbanization, a social link, a meeting point between rural and urban dwellers. This is a way to stop the divide between the rural and the urban world while confronting the different realities of these two lifestyles. A reduction in the use of transport chains, thus giving people the autonomy to produce their own food. Regarding the main drawbacks and difficulties of the concept of the urban farmers, the issues are more often related to the noise pollution of animals, the crowing of the rooster, for example. The development of the concept is in urban areas is expensive because land is not readily available. In addition, the city is an actor of accentuate degradation of natural environment that requires special maintenance. The issue of urban pollution also leads to the use of urban land for the production of various food, a factor which is not thought of but which takes precedence over the willingness of farmers to set up in the city is the impact of delinquency, which is generally greater in urban areas and poses particular problems of responsibility management and supervision, theft, broken fruit branches, etc. Finally, the urban context is not conducive to agricultural mechanization, the absence of which can, however, be compensated for by a lower need for storage and transport. Before giving my opinion, I will define a few terms I used in my presentation. No, you can read this slide if you want. My view on urban agriculture is that it is important to anticipate the demographic, ecological, and environmental challenges that we have been facing for over a decade now. This concept is a tool that must be used in order to develop urban farms, permaculture, or other methods of food production. Cities that are experiencing some form of decline can use this form of urban development to attract a new population while at the same time making their territory more attractive. The attractiveness can be explained, among other things, by the desire to make the population feel good about nature, for example. The objective of food security must be taken into account more in the studies. This can also allow, as mentioned above, the development of a local economy, a decrease in pollution, and an increase in the perception of well-being in the city. Urban agriculture is therefore a tool which, in my opinion, deserves to be increasingly developed in order to counter urban sprawl while improving the living environment of citizens in urban areas. The questions: in your opinion, what are the main advantages of urban agriculture? Do you practice urban agriculture? Assuming you have everything you need to farm, how much time would you be willing to spend on urban agriculture? Thanks, thank you, and goodbye.